What's up? How you guys doing? What's up, Warriors? How you guys doing? Oh man, I feel good. I feel good. Um, just a heads up. um, oh man, I just went blank. I just went blank. Oh, okay. Back to the music. I'm still vibing with the music. I'm gonna be playing those jams, that instrumental, all month, all November, all December, all the way into January. I might dabble all the way into February. So, if that's not your type, you don't like the jolly music. Something is going on with my lighting. I don't know what's happening. The sun is playing with me. Oh, I can't wait to change this whole setup. But anyway, the music will be here till January, maybe February, and yeah. So this is basically for all the people that watch the videos. All you people that listen on the audio side, you don't have to worry about that because you won't be hearing it. But if you wanna listen to some jolly music, instrumentals, go to the YouTube page and check that out. But we got a show today. Let's get ready for the show. Welcome back to the Warriors Vision, the podcast. How you guys doing? This is what happens when you're in a different space and you gotta adapt and you gotta figure out how you're gonna make this whole thing work. As you see, my lighting, my camera keeps flickering, it keeps going up and down, it keeps doing all kinds of things. So hopefully, in the near future, we'll be able to relocate this whole thing right here to a better environment with better lighting and get this show really looking professional. We're gonna be able to look back and be like, man, the show has grown. I don't doubt it at all. It's a process, but we definitely gonna look back from all the YouTube videos, the time on Facebook, Twitter, all those videos. We're gonna be able to look back and be like, wow, the show has truly grown. And that's the goal. That's the plan. So bear with me as we have these growing pains, as we jump these hurdles, as we go through these hurdles. We're not jumping. We're going through these hurdles. So as you see here, episode 10. That's my dog tags. That's my dog tags. Happy Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Week. That's what I'm. This week is Veterans Week. We should have a Veterans Month. Since everything else has a month, I don't get it. Since everything has a day of celebration, mind-boggling. But Veterans Day is definitely near and dear to the heart. So happy Veterans Day and happy Veterans Week. I don't know when you would hear this episode, but I'm going to throw this out there now. But as I said, and as you see here, we got on the Warriors hoodie. Go check out the store. It is hoodie season. We are definitely in hoodie season. So go ahead and check out the store. As you see it there rolling across the bottom. WarriorsCollectionBrand.com. And go pick yourself up a hoodie. Or your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your son, your daughter, your teacher, your whatever. Go pick them up a hoodie. Pick yourself up one. And show that you are a warrior. You are a warrior. Episode 10. Episode 10. The Guard, a.k.a. Fear. The Guard. Also known as Fear. We've all met this guard before, right? We know who he is, who she is. We know this guard. Many of us are still being held captive by this guard. And we want to be free. We want to escape the prison. We want to escape the dungeon We want to escape that hole, but we don't know how to. We haven't figured out how to get out of that situation, how to overcome that fear. And fear is definitely, it's powerful. It's powerful, but it's only powerful if we give it the power. It's only powerful if 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 we give it the power over us. Fear has no power if we don't give it the power. You're like, well, how is that? If I fear it, then I'm scared. I'm not trying to give it my power. Well, we can recognize things that we're, fearful of or scared of or unsure about. But when we allow it to dictate our movements, when we allow it to dictate our reaction or how we shall live, that's the power we've given it to fear. When it's keeping you from living free and enjoying life and doing the things that you know you should be doing, that's power. When you've handed that over to fear to stand over you, be like, hey, you're not doing that. No. Do you see how scary I am? Do you see how much fear I have on me? You're not doing that. So stay there and do as I say. We don't, that's that type of power. Story time. I like to tie in stories. I like to tie in my experiences. So it's like a learning. You can see it, you can hear it. You be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. We moved here to Alabama, and we out here in the sticks. We're out here in these sticks. I love it. There's a fly out here that bites me, and it turns into a blister. I hate that. I wish every time that they bite me, they would just instantly die. They touch my skin. I want them to just die right then and there. But for some reason, when it bites me, I'm the only one here. When it bites me, I'm the only one that I get a blister, and it scars me for months. They're finally starting to go away, return back to what my hand normally looked like. But yeah, that fly, and I hate it. I don't fear that fly. I hate it. I want to destroy them all. But anyway, the story. My son did have a fear of wasps, and there's a lot of wasps out here. I don't know why. I've never seen so many in my lifetime. There are an abundance of wasps, hornets, yellow jackets, bees. We love bees, but he's scared of those too. But the wasps had so much power over him. The fear, he every time he saw a wasp, he would freeze up, and we would watch him like, what is he doing over there? And he was watching the wasp and he would shrink up and he would turn in to himself. And then once the wasp would go away, he was walking fast to the door to get back inside. He didn't want to be outside. He hated being outside because the wasps were outside. The hornets were outside. The yellow jackets, they were all outside. And in his mind, he thought they were waiting on him. In his mind, he thought that they were wanting to sting him. He thought the wasps did not like him, and they were gunning for him. And after I think 2 weeks of watching him do that, and I mean every now and then I would say, Tay, you gotta ignore those things. You just gotta you just gotta do what you're doing and ignore them. Don't swat at them. Just ignore them, move away, and continue doing what you're doing. And he could not. He couldn't. So we was eating dinner one day, and I told him, I said, why are you so scared of them? I feel like they're trying to sting me. They're so big, and these wasps are big. I've seen wasps before in the city. These things are massive. These are, I think they're mutant wasps. They're massive. We seen a wasp take on a dragonfly. And dragonflies are supposed to be the most vicious hunters in the insect world, right? If you Google that, look it up. Go on DuckDuckGo. If you don't trust Google, whatever, look up dragonflies. They say they are a vicious hunter in the insect world. But we saw this dragonfly land on our peach tree, and then the wasp landed on the peach tree, and then they started fighting. We turned around, turned back around. That wasp had bit the dragonfly's head off, cut it clean off, and we saw his body just fall to the ground. And the wasp had his head. He ate his head and flew away. I was like, my son saw that. My wife saw that. We all saw this, and it was like, oh wow. So that image and that he's seen that, and he never let that go. So he feel like they're violent bees or wasps that are trying to hunt him down. And I was telling him, it's like, you have to take your fear back. I mean, you have to take that power back. You've given them too much power. They control everything you do when you go outside. Matter of fact, you don't even go outside anymore. You are held captive inside this house while we're outside. You got to take your power back. And that's the whole point of this whole episode. We get scared of things, but then we give it all the power and it holds us captive in a space. It holds us captive. And it's like you got to take it back. You should fear nothing. Only thing you should fear is God. And that's because he holds the key to your life. You know, life, health, and strength. That is God. But you should not be fearing walls to the point where you're locked inside and you can't move outside. You can't do anything without thinking about them. I mean, even when he went outside, go to the grocery store, he would be thinking about a walls. It was consuming his brain. And I had to tell him, you got to take that power back. It's your power. You have dominion and power over that. Do not give it up. So over the time, you know, he had to do steps. He had to go outside for maybe an hour, 30 minutes, and then, you know, he had to do the baby steps. But now he's fine, and that's probably because, you know, the temperatures have dropped. They're not as active as they were in the summertime. But you can. Oh man, that's my little man. But when he's getting off the bus and walking up to the door, you can still see that he's still unsure of these walks because there's they like to fly around wood and, you know, make homes in the wood beams and all that, and you can see him just watching it. But you know, he's conquering his fear. He's outside more, and yeah, that's, you know, and that in that story right there showcase how we allow things to have so much power over us that it keeps us captive. It becomes the prison guard, and it makes sure that you can't do things that you like to do. We have to take that power back. We have to tell the guard, I'm done. If you are dealing with fear and you're dealing with things that you're scared of and you don't know what to do or how to do or what the outcome should be or whatever, you just have to go for it. You'll never know if you sit there and just allow fear to hold you in that cell. You'll sit there with your thoughts of, I wish I could have done this. I wish I would have done that. I wish I could. That's not living free. That's you being bound and shackled by fear. Because all you have to do is just get up and do it. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable and scary and all of that. But on the other side of that is freedom. On the other side of that is the goal that you set for yourself. Don't allow fear to wash that goal away. Don't allow fear to make you lose all that time in that jail cell when you could have been working towards that goal. when I started the show, I had these thoughts and these, you know, the doubts of who's going to listen to this? What is this? So, do I even believe what this is? Like, what am I doing here? What if no one listens? If I would have succumbed to that fear, right, this show would not be here. Yeah, maybe someone else would have did this whole idea, would have had this idea and would have did it, but it wouldn't have been me. My story wouldn't have been heard. I possibly could not have helped others with my life experiences if I would have allowed fear to lock me in that cage, that cell, and throw away the key. But because I looked fear in the face and said, I'm going to do this. Someone needs to hear this. I have something to say. You can either get out of my way or I'm going through you. And here we are, season 4. Season 4, episode 10, talking about the guard, fear. A lot of people today have questions about the things that they're worried about, scared about. And I'm not going to go into detail or go into depths of that. But I would say, if it's keeping you from doing the right thing, if it's keeping you, let me reword that. If it's making you do something, it's not sitting right with you. That's fear. If it's making you do something that's not sitting right with you, you're allowing fear to take hold. You are allowing fear to take hold over you in that situation. Yes, it might be scary, the unknown, but on the other side of that is your freedom. We allow fear to destroy and hold us captive for so long. And by that time, it's too late. People stay in relationships with physical abusers, people who are beating them within an inch of their life. They're scared. They're scared of their abuser, but they're also scared of what may be on the other side of running, of fighting back. Freedom is on the other side of that. Freedom. Don't allow fear, the guard, to occupy your mind, your body, your space. There's nothing good about it. Get out of that cell. Get out of that cell and fight for your freedom. Tell that guard he doesn't live here no more. He, she, it, whatever it is, it doesn't live here no more. I was scared of heights. I joined the army. I ain't have a choice. I didn't have a choice. Jill Sutton said, "You going up that wall and you're coming back down." I had to do it. I could have took some time and really stood on the safe side. But he said it, and I was like, you know what? We got to get this done. Let's do this. And I conquered my fear of heights. And that's what you have to do. Being courageous is not acting like there's nothing, we're not scared of anything or we don't have any fears. No, I would say that's foolish. Being courageous is being able to identify, yes, this situation right here makes me uneasy. I am scared. I don't know how the outcome may be. I don't know what's going to happen. This is kind of fearful. This is dangerous. But being courageous is recognizing all of that and saying, you know what? On the other side, the sun is sitting there. On the other side is my freedom. On the other side is me being able to do the things I want to do. That's courageous. Identifying the roadblocks, identifying the hurdles, the walls, the guard that's sitting there dangling those keys. He's ready to lock you up Are you going to allow him to throw you in the cell? Are you going to allow him to put you in the hole? On the other side of him is your freedom. Don't allow the guard to get you. Let him know it's not a game. We coming. Warriors. We are warriors. Fear doesn't live here no more. We have to get in that mindset. Fear does not live here no more. We are choosing freedom over fear. We are choosing freedom over fear. Fear doesn't live here no more. All right? That's the show. That's the AKA. Oh, I said that all wrong. The card, AKA fear. I hope you guys got something from that. I hope that was insightful. I hope it motivated you to look at some things that may be in your life that you're scared of, or a step that you haven't taken because you're scared, you're unsure of it. I want you to know on the other side of that is freedom. The other side of that is freedom. That's what it is. You don't have to clog your brain or sit in that cell and think about the what ifs and the if I would have, or I wish I could have, or I should have. You don't have to worry about those words. You don't have to worry about those words if you go through whatever you have to go through to get to that freedom. I made it. I'm here. I feel good. Those are the words you're going to be saying. I made it. That was rough. I made it. I made it. So, again, folks, I hope that was a little motivation for you to tell that guard to get out of your way because you're coming. All right, let's jump into our contacts. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, add a comment, hit the thumbs down if you didn't like it. Tell me why. All right. Follow me on Twitter, See Through It One, Facebook.com/Warriors Collection Network. Hit that page, hit the thumbs up on that page. Join the conversation. Follow me on Instagram at Brian Sales. Also follow the brand Warriors_Collection_. Email me at seethroughitpodcast@gmail.com. seethroughitpodcast@gmail.com. Any questions or any, whatever, just email me. If you would like to donate to the show, paypal.me/Warriors Collection. If you're listening and you only want to listen audio-wise, Anchor.fm. Also, with Anchor.fm, you can leave me a message. I can, I can hear that message. And, whether, if you want me to I can add it to the show as letting other people know, that people really value this podcast. So, I'm saying, a lot. But yeah, join Anchor.fm. You can find me on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Audible, Overcast, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, and Breaker. Still haven't heard a word from Pandora. I don't know if I'm not worthy enough or what the case may be, but we are definitely still working to get on that platform. But yeah, there you go. We have tons of audios, podcasts out there on different platforms that you can choose from your liking. Thank you to the supporters of the show, the Mastermind Group, the Justice Avengers, and Papa White for his contributions to the show. I greatly appreciate you guys. Also, all the people that listen and all the people that watch, all the people that share, retweet, whether it's about the show or anything that I'm doing. I greatly appreciate it. You're putting me in front of new people. They're seeing what I'm saying, and they're jumping on board. They're joining the community of warriors that we are building. That we, not I, We we are warriors together. We do this together. Not I. We. It's a we thing. So I appreciate you guys for helping the show grow, and growing the Twitter account, and IG. We still got some more growing to do there, but we're definitely growing, and I appreciate it. So, folks, I hope the show was insightful. I hope it motivates you to break through those chains, to break through those shackles, and take your freedom back. We choose freedom over fear. I post something on Fridays about choosing freedom over fear, because there's a lot of fear being pushed through the TV, through the radios, through everything. We're seeing fear garbage being pushed on us. And I'm just here to remind you to choose freedom. Don't allow fear to put you in the box and hold you there. Don't allow it. We choose freedom over here. Fear does not live here no more. We are free. This is the Warriors Vision Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Sells, and I will see you guys later. Warrior out.